Hello review team. I'm going to show you how to use the Nearby Menus Manager app, which is intended for restaurant managers to be able to create and configure the restaurants and create their menus. So I've turned location services off with the purpose of showing you how it's going to look like when you start it. So it's going to tell you to switch location services on. If you cancel it, it's going to come up with this message until location services are on. The reason why the app needs location services is because the restaurant, once it's configured, is going to be recorded with the location where it is, because the managers will be able to say what is the radius of coverage that they want to give that restaurant, so the patrons can find the restaurants with a patron app. So let me go and enable location services again, and we should be able to, the app will pick it up in a moment or two. We can tap on retry, and there you go. So that is going to be the sign in. This particular application, the Nearby Menus Manager, does not allow anonymous authentication. So you have to create an account. So this is a specific app that I'm positioning to restaurant managers. So they will be aware that if they want to use the app, they need to create an account. And the reason for that is because there's in-app purchases in it. And I need to know what is the account that they will be using. So I can share that same account across Android and iOS platforms. If they choose one day to switch between devices, they can keep the same account. So I'm gonna go and sign in. At the moment I already have a user, which is this one. You can use this same user, ERCUESY @gmail.com, and the password is 123456. I think I might have typed password wrong. 1 2 3 4 5 6. That's it. So the first screen that the manager sees is the restaurant's list. A manager is capable of creating more than one restaurant and configure more than one restaurant. I already have a restaurant here. By tapping on the pencil, you'll be able to see how's the configuration of this restaurant done. It's got a name, the type of cuisine, restaurant, all the details of the restaurant, the operating hours, the methods of payment accepted, although the app does not accept any does not process any payments itself. It's only to indicate what are the payment methods that the restaurant actually accepts, and also if the restaurant does food deliveries or only food collection, and if it allows order cancellations. The switches at the bottom indicate if the listing is active, if the restaurant should show as open, and if it allows staff requests to join. The allow requests to join option is for extra staff that the manager would like to be access to, so they can actually see orders from the restaurant and be able to process themselves. There is an app for that, which is also called Nearby Menus Staff. You will probably see it. It's one of my submissions as well. I will make a separate video where I cover all this process of authenticating a staff member into the restaurant. For the time being, I don't want to bore you with all the how to enter all these details. I just want to tell you that if you tap on the right arrow, the manager will see all these options for that specific restaurant. One is the menu builder, the option builder, menu browser, images, active orders, inactive orders, and sales. So on the menu builder side, I've added this only one menu, which is the breakfast menu. When you tap on it, you will be able to see what is the menu name, any notes that they want to give, and the sequence of appearance in the menu screen that the patron will see. The lower the sequence of appearance is the top, means the topmost in order of appearance. Managers can hide that menu. Say, for instance, if there's a seasonal menu that they want to hide, they will be able to tap on that and patrons won't be able to see it. Once the breakfast menu is configured, and I can actually create one here, I'm going to call it the lunch menu. And I'm going to say served from 1 p.m. And the sequence of appearance, I'm going to say is 20. I'm leaving some gaps in between in case there's menus that the restaurant manager would like to put in between. It's a little bit primitive at the moment. In future, I'm going to do this in a more fancy way. At the moment, this is my minimum viable product that I wanted to put in the market. Once I save this, you will see the lunch menu. And when a manager taps on the right arrow, then they will be able to see this screen for the menu items. So let's say that I want to add a burger here for in the lunch menu. Meat burger. And we'll put the price in South African rand. Let's say it's going to be $6.99. There's also a sequence of appearance for this particular item. I'm going to give it a 5. And you can see that there's an options that apply there. Maybe this was an option created with the option builder. You will see it now. So that option is already there, and it's the X option. I'm going to take it just for the fun of it. Let's say that this burger has an option to select a side dish of eggs, scrambled or fried, for the same price. So we'll say that this specific burger item has got that option in. So we'll save it. So it will appear here. Let's have a look at how those options look in the menu option. If we go to option builder, we'll see the X option is already there. We're going to create, let's have a look at let's create a new option for the burger. Let's see that we're going to have an option that is going to be called meat. Right, and the number of options allowed for this choice is only going to be 1. So I create the meat option, and then I'm going to create inside meat. I'm going to create, I'm sorry, I tapped in the wrong place. I'm going to create an option item that is going to be called beef. And another one that is going to be called chicken. Alright, so now we have 2 options, one for eggs, one for meat. The eggs can be scrambled or fried, and the meat can be beef or chicken. If we go back to the menu builder and go to inside the lunch menu, the burger has already tapped the eggs option there. Let's modify that. Let's say you can see now that the meat option appears there automatically, but we'll say now that the eggs is no longer needed, it's only the meat one. All right, and we'll save it. So that says this burger dish it's got a meat option in it. And that's it. We have a menu with a menu item and some options there. We can check that how it's going to be looking inside the Patron app by tapping on the menu browser. And that's it. That's the breakfast with the description from 7 a.m. and lunch served from 1 p.m. We can expand what are the options in there. And then we can order. We can order the burger. And you'll see that we have here the options that we have selected. Nothing cancel. The add to order button is going to be disabled until an option is selected. And how many are there? So we'll say add to order, and we have it in the cart. And then we say here deliver with all the details, the description, the total, how is it going to be paid. This is going to be depending on how the restaurant was configured, what payment methods were selected by the restaurant manager, and what delivery options are there. So let's say we're going to pay cash, and it's going to be collect only. Any other notes can be entered there. Notes, and then we can submit the order, and that's it. That was placing an order inside. This is the case where the manager is also attending orders inside the restaurant and placing orders on behalf of the patrons inside the restaurant. Let's see, what's the next option? Images. Let's say these are the images that are currently loaded on the restaurant, but let's change it to something. Let's say this is going to be the burger special, and then we'll tap on the image to select a new I have bicycle components here. Okay, let's just pick this one just for the fun of it, and then we'll save. This will be saved in the backend database, Firebase, and that's it. And this is the image gallery that is going to be seen by the patrons. So that's basically what happens from images point of view. Then we can see what are the active orders. If you want to process an order, it must be in the active. We have inactive orders. Anything that's already been dispatched and closed will be there. Any active orders, these ones in red means that have arrived to the restaurant but have not been actioned by any one of the staff or the manager. So I can pick up number 23, and then I can say accept, reject at this point in time. I either accept it or reject it. If I accept it, then it turns green. This one, let's say I'm going to reject this one. And then I have an option to say the reason why I'm rejecting this order. Out of stock, or we can attend the order because maybe the restaurant is busy. So let's say it's out of stock, and that order disappears from the radar. We'll have it, see it now in the inactive orders. That's where it is, and it's going to give the reason why it was rejected, because it's out of stock. If we go to the active orders, then we can carry on processing this one. Now tapping as ready. All these messages, every time that there's a status change on an order, the patron will be notified that what is the status of the order. All right, and then we'll say, because this order was flagged as collection, then it's no delivery. If it was a delivery option, then we'll see a map. Let's place a delivery one now. Let's just close this one, and it's going to disappear from there. Let's try now one where we want delivery. Let's have breakfast. It's going to be scrambled to order, and we're going to pay with card, and we want this delivered. All right, we just submit. Now we get back to the active orders. We'll see it there appearing as pending. We'll accept it. We'll flag it as ready, and then we'll say deliver. This is the other reason why we need location, because we need to know where are we in relation to the delivery point. In this case, it was placed basically in the same place, so you won't see anything else. And this is how this works. All right. Now the sales is gonna give us what have we sold for the day, orders in progress, orders closed, and a total. And we can also change by tapping on the calendar any past orders. We'll be able to tap on any day and see what were the orders on that specific day. Okay. Now the in-app purchases. How does that work here? When a manager downloads the app, obviously there is no, there haven't been any purchases, so there is no orders available to process, right? the way this model works is by managers will have to buy a prepaid bundle of orders in advance. They can buy the trial package of 50 orders, 100 orders, 500 orders, or 1,000 orders. In this case, I was able to process all these orders because I have orders left of 276. But if I didn't have any orders left, this order would be locked. I wouldn't be able to tap on it. If me as a restaurant manager didn't buy any bundles yet, I will be able to see that it's sitting there, what is the value of the order, but I wouldn't be able to tap on it and see who ordered it, where it needs to be delivered, right? So then I need to go, if that is the case, then I would need to go to my profile and look at my bundle details, see what is my orders left, and I would be able to tap and see if I need to buy and replenish my orders bundle. If I have to do that, then I just type on wherever I need, and it should bring me the in-app purchase confirmation to actually do the purchase. If I cancel, nothing happens. I'm sent back to the original page. Then in this other part of the profile page, the locked orders, this happens when I have locked orders. That means that orders that were received in the restaurant and were flagged as locked, I would have to go into this view and then tap on the unlocked on this padlock to unlock them, and it will actually unlock, and then it will do the balancing of how many orders were locked, how many orders were purchased, and it will replenish the counter in the back end, and then will unlock the orders that are there, and then happy days, everything can happen, everything can work again. This is just to change my details if I need to change my details. And that's it, folks. This other tab here, the staff access, this is an example of how it's going to look when I receive access from staff that is running with a nearby menu staff application, and they want to be able to see the orders that are arriving at the restaurant and be able to action them in the same way that I showed you here. They will have that same functionality. The difference is that the staff, they cannot create menus, they cannot create options, they do not buy bundles. They can only see the orders, the active orders, and they can see the sales as well. So this is the request that I would have from a staff member asking me to give permission to access the orders. So this would have arrived as a message. The staff member would tap a button in the staff application to request access into the restaurant, and this is what I would receive. When I tap on it, I would see here who is requesting it with the email address. This is just to confirm the person and the identity, and I would be able to either give permanent access or a venue manager access. This is a specific request for one of my clients who wants to be able to monitor the restaurants that are running in his premises, and they have an agreement of getting as a rental for the venue. They get a percentage of the sales for each one of the restaurants that operate in that venue. So he wants to be able to see what are the sales on those restaurants. But the difference is that the venue manager is only allowed specific dates when those restaurateurs are actually operating at that venue on a specific day. They're able to say, I'm only gonna give access to these 3 days because this is only the days when I'm operating here. This works mainly for restaurateurs that have stalls in different venues, and they move around the city or the country, and they want to just be able to give access to that specific venue manager on their sales, so they can actually honor the deal that they have with them and give them their 10%. So this is how it would look like. And in the staff application, depending on what kind of access it was granted to that staff, if it was proper permanent staff access, they will be able to access and process orders. If it was only the venue manager access, the venue manager can only see the totals in a same screen that I showed you here. They will be able to see this kind of totals for that specific restaurant. And this is basically how this whole concept works. I'm gonna make another video for the patron and another video for the staff and how the whole staff access request works. For now, I think it's all. I hope you get the idea. I hope you won't reject my app. I hope you will be happy with it. I hope you will understand that location services are needed. And thank you very much for your attention. Bye-bye.